on Team Vamos' side with what's going on. You know, trying to read the sign language here, but they had a good setup. I mean, even with the way they utilize Smooth jumping on in with the Avatar of the Guardian, and then the way they collapsed down at the right moment, because Rrq, he was waiting for that level 4. He was waiting for that possible window for him to go in and get a kick, but it was a really decisive thing for Chibi to just be like, you know what? Let me just go for the kill. And they end up getting that, plus the objective, plus a double.
A double kill with a turtle to start the game off. That is a fed Suyo, man.
Yeah.
With Suyo, I mean, we saw Chibi go 0-4 and he was still the same level as a constantly farming Ling.
That's true.
So the fact that he got 2 kills on top of the turtle, this means that they're set up to actually snowball. With someone like a Jawhead in your... Yeah, they're going to be looking for a lot more fights now in the early game. Usually we see teams like these, especially with the Jawhead, with the Gatotkacha and the Suyo, play more for the neutral objectives and really play discipline up until the neutral objective comes up, right? You want to secure the neutral objectives, but with the 2 kills in the first turtle, I would say Vamos want to just go for random brawls across the map. They have the Suyo, which is great in the early brawls.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I mean, Zorn Warlord, all these picks that they have were picked to fight. They were picked to brawl, man.
Isn't that just Team Vamos, though? Like,
That's true.
Isn't that them? Isn't that in general?
Exactly. So they got the brawl Vamos win condition.
The brawl Vamos win condition. You know, I'm sure some of the people watching right now probably saw some of the graphics thrown around leading up to this matchup, and you saw how Team Vamos was depicted. And I think that is actually a really... It's funny because when we learn about the reception of, like, let's say audiences and everything else here locally in Malaysia, you know, there's a reason why we led into this matchup with the whole hometown villains. It's not like a negative thing. I don't want people to take that like out of, you know, the connotation wrong or anything. It's just that's their play style, that's their kind of personality. Even the crowd, I mean, if you guys got a chance to come out here and watch M6 in person, man, I will say that the Malaysian crowds, especially the Team Vamos crowd,
yeah,
it's pretty intense, man. There's a lot of personalities in the Team Vamos crowd. Just like the players, it's actually a perfect fit. So it looks like things are almost figured and situated. Did seem, yeah, it is on Team Vamos' side. So even with that, I mean, think about it. They got themselves, what, a 1,000 and some change lead off of that. A massive double kill early on. I say massive because of the fact that it's a Suyo, and we know how scaled up a Suyo early on with multiple kills can get in the jungle. And we know how Chibi likes to play. So there's a whole lot of good things happening for Team Vamos right now that RRQ is going to have to answer to. And looking at them, you know, when they want to go ahead and actually break out some of these fights, that first hurdle, really when a Cho is there, isn't usually their favor. Like, any team that has a Cho early on, you're most likely not going to have the Way of the Dragon available, and then you're going to have to kind of like wait for that. It's always the second turtle, I feel like, with the Chos on those lineups, those compositions, where then you kind of have that advantage. Because we even saw it too, when Rrq was trying to get in position, Warlord had the Glorious Pathway, so then Pathway's thrown down, and it was just, they were zoned out from that, plus the Avatar of the Guardian. So I feel like for RRQ Hoshi, it's just kind of a waiting game with this kind of lineup.
Yeah, this composition for Vamos is very neutral objective centric, right? They really want to get the fights going around those neutral objectives. They have a lot of big AoE abilities, great pickoffs, great stuns, and heroes that want to battle it out at the start of the game. So for RRQ Hoshi, especially with the Joy, I definitely didn't expect them to actually contest for the first turtle, you know, especially after seeing, you know, Rrq get picked off.
Yeah.
Sutsujin still wanted to go for the red tree battle. I don't know if it's after game 1 where he was out red treed almost every single time.
He's got something to
prove.
To him.
He's got something to prove, maybe. But yeah, they should take it slow, I feel. With the Joy, with the Wanwa, their mid-game power spike is going to be insane, and they already have that front line too with Dyron, and they have ways to actually contest Turtle 2 onwards, I'd say. Up against the Suyo,
yeah,
Cho is a great tool to actually go for the Way of the Dragon, lock him down, and then get a free red tree, right? So it doesn't have to be a 50-50. It really doesn't have to be for Sutsujin. He can actually just take a chill pill, come in very late into the fight, and it's all good.
You just be a chill guy.
He can just be a chill guy. Sutsujin is a very chill guy. You know? Have you seen him? The guy rarely smiles. Actually, he smiles, but he rarely shows emotions, man. He's literally a chill guy.
That's pretty stoic, man.
He's very stoic.
You know, and that would be a chill
Apparently
guy
he's
right
different
there.
in the gaming house, though. Like, that's just him on stage. On stage, he looks cold-blooded. He is chill, but apparently he has a different side to him.
I think we all do.
We all, yeah, that's true. That's
Everybody thinks LaFell's really like that.
He actually is, though.
Like,
that's the only guy that doesn't have two sides. That's just him. It's LaFell.
That's true. I don't know where I was going with that. That's just LaFell. You know, but I don't know, man. I think, you know, while we wait to jump out of the game, looks like they're nearly there. Like, they're nearly ready. And I would love to see, because this little troubleshooting happened right as that fight ended, man. And, like, I don't know if they were actually going to continue to try to follow up, like if Team Vamos was actually still going to try to make a move from that, or they were just happy with the double, the turtle, they're going to go ahead and reset. But I think, like you said, you know, for RRQ, that's what you want to do. You want to just take your time with it. Second turtle, yeah, I expect them to go ahead and try to contest based off the fact that they will have all of the tools they need for that. But I feel like it's a little bit different too, in a sense that this 1-1, I mean, you know the hero really well. You know that she needs time to go ahead and build up, but this is Skylar also that we're talking about that's had amazing performances. So we'll see if he can do it. Well, we are going to be jumping into the game, back into it. Whoa, okay. So as we take a look, we catch back up. There is that little bit of lead for Team Vamos. Of course, Chibi doing his thing, grabbing the buffs right now, and we'll see. This time around, this is when you start to see that shift for the roamers. Are they going to be able to go ahead and set things up for those pick-off potentials? Because RRQ wants to keep things from getting too out of control, and it looks like it might be Team Vamos.
Stun, unstoppable force. Edok flickers out to safety. Team Vamos, like we said, right? They want to go for the pickoffs here.
They want to fight.
The double kill. Rins in the mid lane. Has Crimson Beacon will get slashed down. Oh my lord! Oh, we will have another pause, it seems.
Yeah, it's definitely okay. You know what? It's definitely on Team Vamos' side. It's something happening again, because you can see even from the players' reactions. So
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Because something definitely, obviously, within game, or you know, something's affecting them to the point where they're not having the play they want to right now. All we can do is, of course, they go ahead and get troubleshooted here. Again, integrity and fairness is the priority here, especially now that we're in the knockouts, man. You know, day one of the knockouts, even though no one's technically getting knocked out today.
Yeah.
People are getting knocked down. And we know what obviously is going to be at stake too. The fact that this is a match point right now for RRQ and Team Vamos off to a good start. Could be in a position where you got to remember too, a lot of people, I feel like just the sentiment for, even when you looked at like rankings, people didn't rank Team Vamos like super high, you know? I mean, like it was a team.
Where did you rank Vamos?
Where did I rank them?
Yeah, like, you know, we had the top 8 thing.
Yeah,
where did you rank him?
I don't think I have any integrity left aside, because I had BTK at number 3.
Okay, well,
so no,
hey, to be fair, I thought they'd actually win that matchup too.
That's true, brother.
I thought they'd be here.
That's true, but now they're flying home.
They're in disguise.
Oh man! Hey, I had
safe flight, my dudes.
Safe flight, guys. You know what? You know, I had number 1. I think I had Fnatic, of course, and then I had SRG. I think they do make the lower bracket run though.
Yeah. For me, it was Fnatic, Onyx, RRQ, SRG, and then I think this is where we all kind of failed.
Yeah.
Aurora. All of us. I think all of us had Aurora some way or the other in the top 8. I think that's the only thing that even people who got like 7 out of the 8 teams right, they got one wrong.
Everybody had wrong.
100% Aurora.
Yeah.
Nobody expected them to drop out of Swiss.
Yeah, so, you know, it's tough to see, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching right now, you guys can let us know if you were surprised
what
too.
What do you think? Yeah.
What do you guys think? You know, did you have Aurora in your top 8?
Man, this is the M6 English podcast again. Please be patient with us, guys. We're trying our best here to troubleshoot the issue. Seems like Skylar is taking he's such a chill guy. Look at how chill he is. He almost looks like Hoon in the NACT Grand Finals. He just needs a blanket, bro.
Get him a blanket, get him a blanket. Hey, that's why the Secret Lab chairs are so great. You know, if you guys don't have a Secret Lab chair, grab one, because then you can do that. What's doing here? You know?
You can do what Skylar's doing. LaFell does it all the time. He sometimes flexes on everybody who doesn't have a Secret Lab, saying, yo, what's up with you? Why don't you have a Secret Lab, man? It's the best comfortable chair in the world.
Lab's amazing, man. Secret Lab's amazing, you know? Shout out to my boy Rrq Nice. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling for the game?
You know, I was just talking about you, man.
Oh, you were just talking about me?
Yeah, we were just talking about you.
I love it when people talk about me.
We were literally just saying how great of a guy you are.
Oh, no, I doubt that. But you know what? You guys are greater than ever. Because you know what they say about my name.
What do they what do they say about your name?
You can't spell LaFell without an L. That's my rapper name, Lil L.
Lil L?
Yeah, here you go, Rrq.
Hey, it was good having you visit us,
That's a
man.
whole lot of L's, LaFell. Lil LaFell, that's 2 on top of the 2 you already have in your name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that guest appearance, LaFell.
Hey, we always guest over there, so
Yeah, we always guest over there.
it's only right that LaFell guests for us.
It's only fair.
Hey, that's a podcast anyway, right? Like
Yeah.
you usually have guests.
We have guests. We have the L LaFell.
LFL.
He actually, we actually made this term earlier.
What's the term?
During the Fnatic Onyx versus SRG match.
What's that?
Because it looked like, I think it was game number 1 where I forgot who body blocked exactly.
Kirk.
But there was Kirk block.
It was-
No, like who shot the skill shot.
Oh, yeah.
Kirk body blocked, and that's what we call Kirk block.
That's true.
LaFell just Kirk blocked DJY. If you guys know, you know.
DJY is in
The building.
the building. He's in the crowd.
And he's not wearing a jersey, so in case you guys are worried.
He's not? I thought he was.
He was wearing a jersey, but none of the teams that are playing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have more guests join us.
Hey.
We got just word right now. Let's go ahead and be joined by.
Oh, where are you guys?
The cool caster desk.
Wait. Hold on. Let me turn on your volume, actually.
We got the
Let me turn on
boys.
your volume.
Hello.
All right.
Welcome
Hey,
to
where are you guys?
LaFell.
We're right here, right next to you.
They're below us.
LaFell, we're over
Where?
here.
They're
Right,
below us.
right next to you.
Where?
I'm waving at you, buddy.
You guys gotta look at up.
I can't see him.
Like you look upward.
How is Nice that big and I can't see him?
I'm right here.
Where?
LaFell. You're right. You're looking left.
Ah, there you guys are.
Hey, how are you doing, man?
How you guys doing?
Nice. Let me just say, you look better in person.
Thank
What?
you.
Is that okay?
shorter than I
Is that a
expected.
compliment or is that
I'm a
just
little
for the
bit shorter.
camera?
A little shorter than I expected.
We're in 4K right now.
We're in
Really?
4K. Yeah.
Brigitte is taller than I expected.
Really?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have you met Naisu?
No.
We're from
What's
the
there
same.
today?
We're from the same region.
Hey,
You guys are both from Malaysia?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, even if you're from the same region, you're a big region. You guys could have just not met each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
that's
from
true.
Indo. Indo's huge.
It's massive. I don't even know who my roommate is in Indo.
If you guys are in Singapore, then you guys know everyone.
That's true. That's true.
Your regions.
That's true. Maybe
Your region's huge.
What about Trex?
Trex.
Where are you from?
Where are you from, Trex?
Where am I from? Brigitte.
I want to say his real name, you know.
What
Mr. Wagner?
Mr. Wagner.
Mr. Wagner.
Wait, which is
trying
it?
to
Which
stop
is it?
myself.
Mr. Wagner or Mr. Fear?
It's
Oh.
chat.
What's the
what-
real name here?
Ask the
I've
chat.
changed my ways. I'm now T Bless.
T
Yeah,
Bless.
T Bless.
T Bless.
It's T Bless.
Is T Bless? All right,
Got
T
the
Bless.
man.
Who you blessing today?
Who did you bless today?
I blessed
He didn't.
Fnatic Onyx Philippines and Falcon.
No, it's true. He was wearing
What about
that
this game?
Game, I blessed RRQ.
I mean,
What about
he's a bit
game two?
biased. He's a bit
that
biased.
is some
Draft do
bias.
you like more?
Game 2's draft, honestly, I like Vamos' draft.
Yeah.
Not because they're ahead right now.
No.
No.
Obviously, that's a cheat sheet right there. Kills at the start. You can always just say it.
That's true. That's true.
Say by the way, dinner?
No.
No,
It's amazing, by the way.
It was
It's
really good.
amazing. You should really, like, when you have the opportunity, of course.
Little
Maybe-
big
Are they
boxes.
flexing on us
I
right now?
think they're
No, I'm
flexing
not
right now.
flexing.
Are they
Dude,
just
you
saying
guys-
they got dinner?
I think he came straight from dinner.
Oh, why are you?
I prayed.
Was that why
I
you were
prayed,
late?
I prayed, but then, like, it was there.
No, we should ask someone else.
Here, go.
It was there.
Do you want this beautiful fairy watch back?
No, it's okay. You can keep it for now, man.
He said for now. Speaking of for now, let's do a trivia. Let's see if we can get
All
this. I got the last one right.
Yeah.
So the trivia
right.
is who holds the record for the most kills in a single game?
Oh.
Single game.
Like in the M series?
In M series, right?
No,
Or
no,
is
no.
this-
In ranked.
In ranked.
In ranked.
In ranked.
In global rank.
What?
Was
Seriously?
probably
No,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's M series.
It's
as
M
well.
series. Is this series? Is this like
M
the entire
series.
MLBB esports?
It's M series. It's M
It's all
series.
M series.
Get
It's all
it
M
Can you
series.
read?
Is MSC M series?
Oh, that's a different
M
trivia
series.
question.
Hey, LaFell, you really want me to put? You really want me to say it here?
No.
It's just MSC, guys. It's just M series. It's just M series. M1 to
So it's
M series.
the World Championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
M series.
M series.
M series.
M series.
That's a world championship, right?
That's a World
Wait,
Championship.
wait. Let's be smart about this.
Okay.
All right.
this has to be
A chaos team.
before the tank meta, right?
Yeah.
Like M3, we thinking?
M2. I'm even thinking M2.
I'm thinking M3 too. Oh, the Diggy feed meta.
Yeah,
for
the Diggy
sure.
feed meta,
For
the Diggy
sure,
feed
it's a
meta.
Diggy feed meta.
Oh,
Was that M2?
We're digging,
Yeah.
we're digging.
It's in.
oh.
So it's M4.
It's M2.
It's M2.
M2, right?
Diggy,
I was thinking
for
M2,
sure.
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Carl
say.
Easy.
I'm thinking of Carl.
Yeah, I think the
I
easy
think Carl
answer will be Carl
Carl
TZ.
Carl Teasy.
Carl Teasy.
But
My
since
gosh.
RRQ played there too, and they're very brawly, I like their playstyle M2.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's true.
wait, what
actually.
about what about
Carl
Burmese
probably.
School? What about Burmese School?
No, Burmese schools played the Diggy tank meta. Like they
Yeah.
were the ones to
Oh,
actually
right,
play
right,
it. Yeah. So
All right, Carl Teasy. Let's go.
Carl TZ.
are we all
Carl
locking
TZ.
Carl?
We're locked. Final
all
answer.
locking
Carl
Carl.
TZ.
Carl Teasy.
Yep.
Final answer.
Who is Carl TZ?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Skylar!
Whoa! It's M4.
He got more kills than the Diggy
I had
feed
a
meta.
feeling. I
Wait,
did not
17
trust
kills?
guys.
Wait,
No, I
is
mean
it-
like
was it the
Diggy
Beatrice
feed?
game?
Yeah,
Is
but
that
they all get
Beatrix?
shared between different players.
Wait,
No,
this was
Beatrix
a
was
single
kinda busted.
game, right?
Kind of
Single
busted.
game. Single-
Against Onyx, 17 kills.
Whoa,
I've had game where I had 22 deaths.
That's not the
Little
trend
That
at all.
Must have been lower. That
That's
must
why
have
you're a
been low.
caster.
That's why.
Or upper bracket. When did they?
You know.
If only you could see them.
Then why are you here?
Because I also get 22 deaths. 21. I have
21.
One less death.
I'm 22.
20.
That had to be the
20,
Matrix game.
She's just trying to one-up us, man. What is
You're a
that?
Matrix game.
Yeah.
It was a Matrix game, all right.
It was.
It was a Renner apathy from Skilad kind of moment, you know? You know?
Do we have more
Okay.
trivia?
Oh,
Shout out
We're
to OG.
going. We're going.
Wait,
Another
we
one?
write it down?
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's
What's
All
our
right,
next
let's see.
one?
The question is, name the 7 unpicked hero in M series history.
Ah!
All right.
Zilong.
No, I don't know. I screamed.
Zilong.
Wait, don't try to take.
I'm gonna
What?
go. I'm gonna go
No, no, no.
Argus. Argus.
We have 5 people here.
Yeah.
We all can contribute.
Yeah.
Zilong.
I got 3
Argus.
already. I got
Argus.
3 already. I got 4 actually.
Yin,
Freya.
Yin.
Yin. 4.
Ylong, Aulus, Freya.
Aulus.
I think
Aulus?
we've seen all this.
Wait,
No
I
way.
think
It was on.
no. Aulus was meta before.
Yeah. No.
But
Not
was
in
it
the
meta
M
on the
series, though.
Series. Listen, they gave us. I'm kind of cheating. We saw these
Yes,
heroes
yes.
like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You did? We didn't.
Yeah. So.
Just scroll up here.
Okay. We're cheating the system.
Hey, what is this?
Well, all right, LaFell. We know how you pass school now.
Hey.
Hey, just because we take our notes and you don't, it's right there. Go down. Window right there.
Yeah. Okay. Here you go.
I can see it.
Zilong, Freya, Sun, Johnson, Argus, Hanapi.
At least I got Argus. At least I got Argus. You know. Zipper just said it's cheating, man.
It's called using our minds.
It's using your resources.
That's true.
That's true.
When you're in college, you can start using the calculator.
So, what LaFell's saying, cheat in school, kids.
No, that's not what he's
anything
saying.
to get to college.
That's
Anything-
not what
he's saying?
Anything to get to college, right?
Anything to get, see?
Nope.
LaFell gets me. Yo, that's what we call street smart, LaFell.
Yo.
Street smart.
Dab on it.
I don't know if I can reach you, but
I got you. I got you.
Dab on it.
Oh
Dab on
my
it.
There you go. I got you.
Oh my
I got you.
goodness,
That's-
Rrq, so you're seeing this.
this is
I'm
why
afraid
they
right
don't
now.
put me and LaFell on the same desk, by the way. I just want to.
I know.
The picture in picture is enough, man.
The picture in picture. We
You're out of picture.
We're out of picture.
You have that choice, LaFell.
You have that choice, LaFell.
I have that choice.
You want to take that choice?
Okay, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen. As the table host, I'm gonna call for you. You want dinner?
It depends how long the break is.
Hey, I make the choice.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 10 minutes.
I'll take you dinner then.
10 minutes.
You'll take
That's
10
not
minutes?
enough time.
All right. If you want to pray Maghrib, you can go pray Maghrib as well. So we're gonna go for a break. We can do whatever we want. For the folks here, grab drinks, go to the toilet. We're going for a break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
starts now.
Mobile Legend M6 スイスウォッチ。明治。Hello Panda, Hello Panda, semua suka biskuitnya. Biskuitnya enak isinya lezat besar coklat dan strawberry. Hello Panda, Hello Panda, semua suka biskuitnya. Biskuitnya enak isinya lezat besar coklat dan strawberry. Hello Panda, biskuit isi yang enak.
In MLBB, each of the 5 players plays a distinct role.
Whatever it is you want to believe.
But how do these roles work together on the world stage?
Going, sons. Who picked something?
Mid laners and roamers are the bedrock of the team.
Looking for the knockup, not able to find a sense who he wants for. Takes him out.
Whether it's picking beefy tanks, mages, or sustain, together they provide crowd control and damage in the early game, making space for the team to farm or secure objectives. Then we have the EXP laners, usually playing tanky heroes. They poke and zone the enemy to create opportunities,
All right, let's see. Another fight commences here. Here goes in. It's going to be a lot of damage played.
while the roamers pick to fill the team's needs and support if needed. EXP laners must win their lane and protect their tower with aggressive, confident play, ensuring map control for the team.
Final slash.
Finally, we come to the junglers, the early to mid-game finishers, and the gold laners, the mid to late game finishers.
Irie, the god in the jungle, takes a double kill.
For junglers, whether it's frontline tank utility or assassin early game assassin burst, they form the core of the team. They act on the space created by their team to finish off objectives, utilizing power spikes with the early game advantage they get from farming the jungle.
This should be a retreat from the Burmese gold, and they get sent down into the ground.
Gold laners focus on farming for gold to become late game monsters.
1v3.
They are savvy observers, staying out of trouble and positioning well to deal the most damage with their fragile heroes. Do you agree? How would you describe the roles that make MLBB greater than ever? A new era begins at M6. But who are the rising superstars leading the way? In Latam, Maycam Evolve emerges as the new gem of the region. With Aurora's fierce adaptability and rookie sensation Supernatural, the Dynasty Enders made history, toppling the undefeated RRQ Akira after a 2.5-year reign. At MTC Turkey Championship, S2G Esports rises as a new challenger. Led by Sigibum's superstar performance at the gold lane, Kagu's playmaking, and Begin's rotation, they are ready to shine on the world stage. In their M-Series debut from MPL Cambodia, CFU Gaming is ready to strike. With M2 veteran Poppy and core members Detective, Z, and Wadu. Can the Sharks are primed to make waves on the world stage? Returning to the M-Series is RRQ Hoshi, the Sang Raja. Reinforced by Sutsujin's lethal skill, and led by Skylar, this squad of young stars is on a mission for global dominance. The Indonesian cavalry made a bold gamble by swapping their lineup with MDL rookies, uncovering gems like Fabian, the deadly jungler, a calculated roamer in Witty the Wise, and King Aaron Shiki, the next level gold laner. Team Liquid ID rises as a new M-Series challenger. MPL PH Season 14 saw the debut of Aurora Gaming with rising gold laner Domeng and MSC 2022 champion Demon Kite.
And welcome back. Thank you for being patient with us. Again, I'm Naisu, and this is Mirko. And we have concluded the podcast, I believe. But also, we have a gift for you guys for being patient with us, of course. So there should be a QR or a code coming up. There it is. Go ahead and grab it. That's for you guys. Thank you again for being patient while we go ahead and got things situated. Because, of course, again, integrity, fairness at play here for the players. And just to catch you guys back up before we do jump back into the game, good little picture there. Shout out to them, by the way, Rafael, Brigida, and Trex for joining us earlier on. But we are jumping back into the game here once again. 4 minutes in, Team Vamos. Just before we had that break, grabbed that double kill for Chibi plus the turtle. And now they find themselves here in nets.
Oh, this might be a solo kill up top. Assassination, Sutsujin claims it. Solo kill up top. Skylar gonna shove the wave now. Nets should be on track to actually lose some minions there as it gets shoved in. Chibi, though, will stay active on the map. Just getting the trade on the map with the orange buff take.
Gets the information, you know. Opposing jungler there on the top side. Might as well go ahead and capitalize from it. But that's a lot of extra gold, too. You know, going to the hands here towards RRQ Hoshi. It whittles down that Goldie that was building up. You can see that now kind of diminished. Still holding on a little bit, but this will be the interesting part. Oh!
He's not going to be caught. Wait, the dragon still, though, sniped down by the arrow of Chibi. And now he is on a killing spree. 3-0, a level ahead of Sutsujin.
Good start already. Team Vamos should just really get this out. Oh, the top though.
It's going to be a dive attempt. It seems a full dive. Net slain again. Sutsujin claims the kill. How do they retreat? Warlord of the Crimson Beacon as AOG Rin's able to flicker around Skylar looking for the other angle. That's going to be the ejector to pull Sutsujin back. And Skylar will be able to escape with the help of Tyron, who rotates all the way from XP.
So it looks like RRQ Hoshi wanted to go ahead and take a page out of Team Vamos' book and, you know, trade things out. Oh, here's a kick though.
There you go. All the weakness points already used up as well. Skylar should be able to go and fly. That's the Inspire. Zord taken down. Diamond walking up. Chibi going to be stunned down as well as Warlord goes in for the Terrify. Only connecting another one as the taunt won't connect to Rinse. Now for the Flancer. Chibi gets the 4th kill in the game. And now it's Diamond with a vengeance. Still, it'll be the Shred coming down. Form 4 members and Nets will claim that kill.
That's the Shred that we were talking about. Feels a while ago, but we were talking about this carry and how this will work in the lineup for Team Vamos. And even then, again, you're not going to wait patiently. Skylar just around the corner.
That's away the dragon. He was waiting for that. The immobilization will lock him down under the turret, and Edok takes the kill.
Well-timed play. Definitely needed here. You know, Nets obviously having those 3 deaths now at this point, struggling just a little bit, but this time around, Chibi having a completely different game. Complete 180 from the previous one where he was sitting at 0-4 at one point. So now in control, will take down this tier 1 lane. Top side though.
Skylar will be flying out. That will be a turret trade up top, and it'll just be traded with an AOG turret down below though from Team Vamos too, with Chibi taking it earlier.
You know, RRQ Hoshi will go ahead and check kill. Holding on to a nice little lead. Pathway gonna get dragged in.
Purify already out. Glorious Pathway. No, kicks him back now. Is that going to be a trade? Oh, no. Smooth actually taunted. The other side, Ejector over to Diamond. Only tank now. Sutsujin walking forward. Has the electrifying beats as the Glorious Pathway placed down. Nets will take a bit of damage as they RRQ will just rotate towards the turtle.
Yeah.
Smooth walking up again.
Walking up again, Smooth. Chibi there, just around the corner too. They jump in, they're gonna have to fight for the turtle.
Skylar wants to go for the weakness points on the sword. Sword with a good flicker out. Skylar still with the chases. Diamond gets taken out. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Now, it's all for the turtle. Chibi wins it out. Skylar to Purify. Chibi shuts him down. Rins with a flicker forward. Nets slaying as well. Both of the goal laters falling down. It's a 3-for-2. But Vamos got the turtle again.
3 for 3 for Team Vamos in the objectives. And again, Chibi nearly just unkillable, it seems, at this point. Look at the damage along with the Soul Sever. He'll go ahead and now take the purple buff. They get the tier 1 in the mid lane. Right now, Team Vamos pulling further ahead. Just with some of these team fights that are going in their favor, this is what they wanted the previous game. They couldn't get it because of how bad the early game was for them in game 1. Well, it seems like they've made the adjustments. Now at this point, they put some more pressure around the map. And it's Rrq Hoshi trying to catch their best, trying to catch up at this point. Hidok will get spotted out. Smooth keeps him at bay. So now the question is, where does Rrq Hoshi go from here?
I think where they go from here is they just played slow again. In the mid game, it'll still be very reliant on Skylar, Rrq Hoshi. But the thing is, Vamos have many ways to deal with the 1-1. We saw earlier a great usage of the Purify from Nets to bait out Skylar into a bad spot and then to reset the weakness points. That's what you get with the Purify. So a lot of times we will see that. A lot of times, the other times we will see Smooth just use the AOG to revitalize to soak in as much damage from the crossbow Tang as well. And then later on, there will be Winter Crowns and Wind of Natures.
Yeah, that's going to be a play up part. Chibi already with a massive lead in kills and everything else. Look at that. So Soul Sever alone, he did get VOD, but now he has to deal with this.
Oh man, 3 members up top. Chibi with the juke. And that's going to be a taunt. Chibi still looking for the damage. Lantern Flare on him. Does he get away? Sutsujin! Will be slain. Chibi gets the godlike. Diamond with a vengeance. This is a failed attempt of a team fight so far. Chibi still alive, shooting the arrow down. The AOG will come down, and it will just be another member falling from the Kings of Kings. Rrq Hoshi have gambled into a bigger deficit.
This looks like a different Team Vamos than what we saw in game 1. I mean, talk about just synergy and being able to rely on each other. Chibi was in a bad position, really low, and then able to go ahead and wait on the team and then even get a shot off to help capitalize on a kill. And all that leads into another objective secured. Lord now taken by Team Vamos. They want more.
They do, and Chibi just comes in, retrieves the purple buff, takes it away, now with a 3-level lead. And he is just a cap away from level 15.
Again, at this point, Rrq Hoshi finds themselves with their backs against the wall. Against their walls of their own base, especially with this push in. This is just a massive lead right now in terms of even the scalability for Team Vamos. Nets already shredding through that front line, just like we saw earlier. So now the focus here. The shields are going to go down here in the mid lane. A couple shots here from a distance. Glorious Pathway going to be set down just to help clear out the Lord a little bit more. We'll see what Team Vamos continues to take. Sutsujin will go ahead, cut down that wave. Might get caught out in a fight with Chibi here, depending on how this is played.
That's a 1v1. Chibi waiting for the abilities. Sutsujin dashing away. Now another reset as well. Oh, the damage from Chibi! That's a solo kill. Meanwhile, Skylar slain. Sword will be traded back, but it's a worth it trade for Vamos. They're just gonna holla their way into the base.
That's 4 members down of the kingdom. Next up, the turret and Team Vamos. Are they gonna look to close out the game?
Looks like they will. One cannon in the mid lane. Team Vamos will secure the game 2 victory to equalize on the board.
And Team Vamos makes it happen in game 2. A stark difference from their performance in game 1. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. Took us a little bit longer to get through it, but hey, we're happy to get to game 3, and we hope for the smoothest sailing at that point. But man, Rrq Hoshi, it looks like the wind was taken out of the sails there. Let's throw it over to the panel to have this one broken down.
Oh my goodness, I don't know about you guys, but number 1, that's probably the longest game I've ever seen.
That was a very long, what, 13, that was
30 minutes.
40 minutes, 15-minute game.
No, it was 11, less than 11.
Felt like 30 minutes.
Something happened to Chibi, man. And is it because the lack of Ruby, Mr. T-Bless?
Hey man, Mr. T Bless says yes. I mean, no, there was definitely something there. It could also be the fact that instead of Chibi going 0-4, he went 4-0 in the first few minutes. That's huge. I think this time their draft was just cleaner, and RRQ's was not as clean. It felt like they had the answers last time, and this time they did not.
Yeah, something about like not being able to stop Zorn as well really changed things up, and then having a priority for the EXP. We're gonna talk about the game a little bit more here and looking at the stats. But right now, officially, today is not a 2-0 day because we just had a 1-1. So we're finally going to a 3-game series from best of 3 now feels like a best of 1. And I feel like both teams really bonded throughout this experience. So I feel like game number 3, it's mostly going to be target bans. Like, I feel like you can't allow Ruby onto E-Dog because that just stops the way that Vamos play. Not necessarily the heroes, just the way that they play.
And it's not even a matter of like what counters which anymore, honestly, because there were a lot of available picks, but then Team Vamos, they just really chose to go for all their comforts. And I think that also had a huge factor to play in the way they were just able to be so aggressive under the helm of Storm.
10 minutes, 56 seconds, guys.
Oh, that was...
10 minutes,
See?
56
That wasn't that long of a game. It's just 10 minutes.
Nets just finished his Trinity build. Man, just finished his Trinity build, essentially. I mean, it just shows how dominant Vamos was in this game, how ahead they were, how quickly they were able to snowball. Everything went perfectly into their hands.
Yeah, and I cannot believe the amount of Chibi versus Sutsuchin moments that we've had throughout the entirety of that game. But given this amount of a gold lead, you would understand why Chibi was just wasn't hesitant at all.
Something that I want to request, actually, for the production team, if you guys are hearing it, I really want to know Joy's win rate right now, right? Because we've seen amazing Joy plays, like from King Kong, Dax, but I really do feel like Joy is one of those picks that's very popular, but not everyone really gets the formula.
Oh.
41%, actually not bad. 41% actually not bad, but that does show it's less than average.
It's
Yeah.
less than average. It's still hard to tell on certain things as we're coming out of Swiss stage where things were a little chaotic. But yeah, the Joy, it is, you know, is it truly meta? I think it's still good because I don't think it was exactly the Joy was the problem there.
Oh wait,
I don't
is this
think
the
the
fastest
Joy was
game?
the complete issue. I think there was other problems around the board and more Vamos. Chibi popped off, man. Chibi just popped off, and having Zorn with that early aggression on the Jawhead, it just fits so well into their playstyle that it just worked for them.
Yeah, I mean, having the Joy in your lineup, typically you would really force the reactions from your opponents, or typically you would set the tempo. But in this case, Zorn on the Jawhead, together with the Warlord on the Valentine, like the amount of early game damage, it was overwhelmingly high for Vamos in contrast to RRQ, which I feel should have taken a bit more time to go online, especially even though Skylar, right? Skylar, he did a lot during the early stages too, even on the 1-1. I mean, it's seen here in the total damage dealt, it's actually higher than Nets, but even then, when they needed to work together, you really feel the lead that Vamos had in their hands.
Yeah, actually, now looking at the drop of RRQ, they're actually lacking in damage because for Rin, Skylar, they're doing damage, but they're mostly doing it on the Gatot.
Yeah.
The Gatot is taking a lot of damage, the Jawhead is taking a lot of damage, and effectively, Chibi dealt way too much damage in this game. Like, the balance is not really there. But it's okay. We can talk about that a little bit more, but I believe this is actually, unironically, the fastest game of M6 so far, and Chibi went from 0-4, now being 9-0-4, with 9-0-5 GPM. When he has the momentum, he does not stop, man.
High highs, low lows.
Exactly.
GB went from one of the most killed players in game 1 to being the MVP in game number 2, bringing us to a game 3. He had some time to think about it all.
Yeah.
You know, he had some time to correct his gameplay. He had some time to figure out how he was going to approach this. And I'm very glad that they still went for the Suyo pick. Sometimes you'll see teams, something doesn't work, we're going to do a hard change. They did not. They knew what the issue was, and they corrected it.
Yeah. I also feel like there has been we have to attribute a lot, definitely, to the mid duo because compared to the first game where it felt like Chibi was constantly being invaded and interrupted in terms of the farming, this was different. He could secure the objectives for his team, similar to game number 1, but it isn't as if they immediately lose a lot of members after
That was clean, by the way.
That was so cool.
That was so
Like,
clean.
clean execution. Like even after those objectives, they can proceed with the fights and not lose.
Yeah, let me just say as well, like the mindset of Chibi going into this game, like you brought it up, Brigitte, where he could go for the objective, but then he's like, you know what? I want some kills. I want to ramp myself up more. And then the thing about Team Vamos is that they play with emotion. Once they're feeling hype, once they're feeling good, they want more of it. They don't stop. They keep looking for the adrenaline, and then that just makes them a scary and scary team.
This was one of the highlights. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you would say why didn't Sutsujin recall, like proceed with the recall, but
He
then
thought he was good.
He thought he could get a kill.
Yeah. He thought, and I think he thought Chibi was going to go down there. So it's like, all right, we can re-engage this maybe, pull some damage. Chibi gets away, and that was the final nail in the coffin, essentially. This one, actually, and I love this revenge because last time we saw Suchijin get the 1v1 with the Ling against the CO, and this time, Chibi coming for revenge. Very well done by the Team Vamos.
So let me just say that was a 3-level difference.
Yeah.
Level 15 going up against level 12. In my understanding, talking with a lot of players, people say Joy against Suyo is very Joy-sided. So the fact that Chibi was able to win that out shows how far ahead he was.
yeah, I mean, even the timing, it was just so perfect. Like he knew that Sutsujin just used his electrifying beats, so he had no problems fighting against the Joy. Aside the fact that he was 3 levels ahead,
Yeah.
but everything just fell into place really for Team Vamos this time. It feels like the T-Bless is actually taking effect.
Yeah, so the Joy could not drop the beat of the Flash.
It wasn't time to drop the beat of the Flash.
Will it be time next game to drop the beat of the Flash?
Will someone actually pick up the beat of the Flash?
Do you guys know
the beat of the Flash?
that Ling looks cute in a skirt?
Doesn't he have a skirt on? Essentially, he's got like a.
It's a 1-1 line.
By the way, the fastest match was actually that game, 10 minutes 56 seconds. Previously, 10 minutes 58 seconds by the game CFU going up against Team Spirit, where Team Spirit won. So by 2 seconds, Vamos was able to beat it out by 2 seconds. Can you guys imagine that was the fastest game of M6?
The part I can't imagine is that they did it against RRQ.
Yeah.
Like one of the first teams to advance to the knockouts, one of the teams with the least games and the fastest games and the cleanest games. But like,
High highs, low lows, man.
High
Like,
highs, low lows.
high, low low, bye bye. So.
Go, go.
Stop.
yo. Right?
Clean.
Bang.
Oh. Go.
Go, baby. Let's go. All right. Let's bring it back.
Bring it back.
Let's
All
bring
right,
it
so,
back. No fight.
Game 3. We talked about the Ruby. We talked about how in Game 3, RQ was like really, it just felt like they were ahead, but also Vamos kind of picked into those counters as well. Like Vamos kind of chose some heroes that just probably weren't the greatest picks. Game 2, it felt like they were in the driving seat completely in the draft. They had blue side? Vamos had blue side last game?
Red side.
Red side.
Red
so, and it seems like both teams have been kind of wanting red side.
Yeah.
So with RQ losing, probably go back to red side. Vamos needs to have an answer for that, right? They need to have some way to be able to take advantage. Now they did get Suyo for free in game 1. So I think in game 3, maybe still take the Suyo, but everything else needs to change after that.
I actually agree with what Brigitte said. When the mid duo plays very well, right? Having the Valentina as well as the Jawhead, very aggressive. And Idok couldn't answer to it. Like you said, Trex, no one to really stiff arm. So I feel like as long as they avoid that situation, then they're looking good.
Yeah, I mean, that was even against the Cho, right? One of like Idok's best performing roam heroes in the entirety of the tournament.
Might be the first show he lost.
So
Might be his first
is it?
show lost, I think.
I think we should check that. Like they have
Or don't.
And just trust Trex,
and just
Yeah.
the trust.
because I'm the analysis.
Yeah. He's the analyst. analyst.
The Analarex.
Why does he keep
No,
changing names?
T-Bless is good enough.
T-Bless is
We're
okay.
sticking with T-Bless.
Okay.
I don't change my
Right.
name to like Lenelis.
We got along.
We got along.
Yeah, in terms of the T-Bless, we should just stick with T-Bless.
Yeah, stick with T-Bless.
Right?
Good name.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about the coaches because we're talking about the draft. We got to talk about KSQ as well as Pubs just to see the differences because honestly, they are a bit different, especially when it comes to the experience here. Because if we look at both Coach KSQ as well as Pubs, looking at first pick rate, apparently Vamos actually doing quite well in first pick rate. RRQ only 14%. That's I didn't notice that.
Well, almost all of RRQ's games were second pick.
True.
Throughout the Swiss stage, and I think the one time they were on blue side was their loss. So it's kind of a right.
Yeah, it was
The one time they were on blue side was against Twisted Minds, and they lost that game. So I think that could have something to do with it. And it could really be their weak point, and it could. I think for the first time in general, blue side's not winning like for a lot of teams.
It's interesting. Even in this game where they fought against Twisted Minds, that was the Ruby in their hands too, which is why it has a 50-50 win rate at least for RRQ. But then in certain situations, it really worked well. This was versus a Chode as well, so like.
Looking at the heroes as
No,
well.
they won blue side there.
Looking at the bans as well, quite interesting here that Matilda RRQ bans out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Vamos definitely can use the Matilda, but definitely not one of their known heroes. The Hayabusa as well. Really, I feel like they...
There's this feeling that Soren just really wants to go all out in terms of roamers for M6. I mean, he started the tournament with like all those Hellcurt picks, even the chip, which RRQ has respected even, I think, in the previous draft,
Phase
right?
2, yeah, they'll
Phase
ban out
2.
the chip sometime.
They didn't want it to go into like Soren.
He hasn't brought out the Natalia. Not saying it's a good pick, not saying it's coming up, but it's a part of his arsenal. Speaking of it,
in game 3 we see something like that.
there's a condition. There is a very clear condition for when you use the Natalia role, and it's about the opponent's jungler. If they reveal it too quickly, then the stars might align for you to pick up that Natalia, because I was able to talk to him, and he said it's a very, very niche situation. If possible, he wants to see the jungler. If they let the jungler be the last pick, he won't pick up the Natalia.
So there's that possibility.
There's an endless amount of possibilities with Vamos, it feels like. I think when we get into this game, though, I did predict that if it goes to game 3, it could get a little crazy in game 3. I do hope that they kind of keep it simple. I think Vamos just had a really good draft, and they stuck with comfort, but they still played strong heroes. They played counter picks from the beginning to the end of the draft. Like I said, I felt like they had their driver's seat, so I think that's how they need to come into this. It's just hard, I think, to draft against RRQ on blue side right now.
Yeah, like I feel like now we got to talk about RRQ. What is their win condition here? And I kind of feel like they got to shut down Zoran, because Zoran is enabling the team. If Zoran is doing well, both Warlord as well as Chibi is doing well. If you can somehow stop Zoran, then all is well.
So should we like not allow either the Cho or the Jawhead even? Should we deny both of those?
I mean, I kind of feel like they were able to fight against the Cho, right? It's just the Jawhead they couldn't really.
Because Vamos, they already learned to respect the Ruby as well. So that was like minus the problems that they had to face. But also, Warlord has been having a great time on like 2 consecutive Valentina games too. Like regardless of whichever mage or whichever mid duo he's up against, but like for 2 games in a row,
He fought against Jushin?
it's a Jushin.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it's okay, right? Like,
Wait, what's your point again? What were you trying to say?
No. We were talking about how we shouldn't like allow those sword picks, but then I think.
No, I feel like let Zoran pick his pick first.
Yes.
And then counter.
And get the counter play.
So you don't choose his ability later then.
That's what they did with the Ruby, right? And I think they could still slot something like that in, and that's what RRQ seems to always want to be looking for, and I think it's why they're playing so well on the red side. They get 2 strong picks, then they get the closing pick to counter out the first phase, and they end up getting final pick as well. They get first to final, so it's just a really nice counter position and draft. And I think that's where Kez Cutie is really shining right now in terms of draft.
Yeah, I feel like really where we have to see is that we're assuming RRQ goes red side or second pick. I don't know. That's their best bet right now. We have a player head to head. Looking at all the scores here, except for average turtle, is all for Susujin. Better average KDA, better goal per minute, and I gotta say, I kind of feel like the KDA and goal per minute. That game with the Granger again, even though they lost, I kind of feel like he got a lot of stats on that game.
But this speaks so much to Chibi, though, right?
yeah,
Because even when they were losing, he was getting all the turtles in game 1. He was able to pull through. And it just speaks so much to his play style of like objective base, looking for those neutrals.
Yeah, I mean, on the Suyo, it kind of amplifies your capabilities to really contest the objectives, right? I mean,
Yep.
the Soul Siver, having that, and at
The
least a
execute damage.
decent early game, which allows you to not be that much behind in terms of levels up against your the opponent jungler. So, honestly, Team Vamos, they've played a very similar draft for 2 games in a row, and I don't know if RRQ would want to allow that to happen once again for the 3rd game. I feel like that's one of the questions we're leaving to SQ here.
One other thing, if it's hard to go against Zorn, stop Smooth, man. Smooth had a 0-0 in 12 game on that Gatot.
But do we think the real person to stop? Because when in game 1, Chibi was the one who really got shut down.
Yep.
And I think depending on what jungler Chibi gets, RQ needs to get something that can really target down.
I feel like that's the idea because, like I said, talking to players, they say that Joy is the counter to Suyo, but that didn't happen, you know, because
the Jawhead's such a good
the Jawhead,
answer.
yeah, exactly.
Such a good answer. And because the electrifying beats is literally a, I'm going to run around in circles on you, and Jawhead denies that completely, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So counter to counter.
Counter the counter.
So similar bans still for both teams.
RQ does take red side.
So half of their win condition in the draft
Is red side.
is already executed. Hilda gets banned out, so Vamos wants that Suyo again.
Will they let it through? If this is the 3rd game in a row, if ever it does happen, RQ doesn't ban it out. There's a Jushin still, but if they still want to get their hands on that too, they can just let it.
Seems like a lot of teams are letting through the major. Like the Jushin and the Eve that was banned so much in the beginning, a lot of teams are like, no, we're not even banning this
they're not.
anymore.
Vamos doesn't even pick it up. So even if you let it go, the chances of them picking up Jushin is super low.
Oh,
But they ban it anyways.
It's a throwaway ban.
What?
It's a throw.
You know the Suyo is coming.
I mean, they could have been Hylos, but they might want Hylos, right? They could have been Cho, but they might want Cho. And RQ's known for this. They'll give over a pick to get some trades back, right?
What if RQ picks up the Valentina?
Valentina.
But then Warlord will pick up the Sicilian. Sicilian Carmilla could come back.
That's.
Oh, but then you don't know who Sutsujin
junglers,
will
yeah,
be
yeah.
using.
I mean, I think they could lock in the Joy here and be okay with it, right? I mean,
Also,
You mean for RQ?
even though
Boy Valentina? Like,
even though they had a little trouble with the last game.
oh, they,
Gatot, yeah. Gatot Eve. So the Valentina is gonna get locked in here, and Hylos is not a good matchup against the Eve, but some teams do brute force it.
I'm not sure if like Smooth wants to play that. Sorn, I have a feeling he doesn't. The Cho's still available for Vamos too, but
Has
they
lost
to
both
play
games,
it
by the way.
into the,
Cho has lost both games, just to remind you guys.
Yeah, they could just not go Cho. I mean, honestly, RQ could look for something similar that they had in game 1 and look for that last pick jungle again. Maybe lock in like the Granger here as their 3rd pick, like what they did in game 1, and keep their draft very open, very flexible. Because they had a lot of advantage in game 1 when they had that flexible, they had something similar. I don't think it was the Hylos and the, but they go for Skylar on the Wan. So now RQ's falling into comfort.
Yeah, because they see the Hylos, and no matter what hero Zorn picks up, they're very comfortable with this kind of lineup.
so there's a could there be a chance that the blue comes up?
Banned. It has been banned, yeah.
No, it seems like they were able to set this up. Even the Irithel now taken out, although we know for a fact that Nets is really comfortable with a carry for the entire series. There's
But now Vamos can ban Susujin. Although to be fair, Susujin is kind of hard to ban against.
he is though.
Carry's a little tough against one. I know that they had a good game last game with the carry, but honestly, if RRQ is playing well and pressuring right,
Oh, the other
it could back.
That's a good bat.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
And that's what we've gotten to in this point. It's like just targets, like, just,
Yep.
all right, this is giving us trouble. Does Vamos ban out the Ruby here?
Vamos.
And then
They're
go
lo-
back to picking something up like the Jawhead or something like that, like something that can control mid.
Honestly, that could work well for their last ban. And for RRQ, Nets hero once again. Or, oh, your team.
Something about that guy.
I mean, Team Spirit used it against them one time, though. It wasn't like
It was one time.
it was one time.
But this is uno, dos, tres, hala, vamos.
Where they go for like, they could always ban out the Alpha here, ban out the Hayabusa if they really think that RRQ is going to go something like a
Hayabusa
jungler.
ban.
Oh, Hayabusa is banned, yeah.
If they respect the joy,
the choice and really just the joy, the alpha, the Nolan.
Yeah.
Oh, but your team.
Matilda.
They ban out the Matilda here, so the Sturgeon want to go for like another assassin or the alpha. I mean, they have the Eve.
I think they're still safe. I think they saved jungle for last pick, right?
Yeah, pick up someone tankier here too. I mean, Ruby's open if they want to go that route.
Ruby and Eve, the Ruby Eve combo is also vicious. You hold everyone inside of the RWM as much as possible. Tig also open, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
Option.
It's just that you don't want to give Warlord.
Yeah.
Oh, Franco?
Oh, wait.
Franco won that.
Won.
Oh,
Okay.
this is a
an
skill
answer.
pick. Yeah, it's an answer.
It's a skill pick. I mean, Franco's always an answer. It's always a possibility. It's a high risk, high reward, right?
Dude, the Valentina will get the bloody hunt for themselves too. So
Does the Valentina want to get that close though?
that's
I mean, it's decent like peel. It's decent like if you're coming at me, but
I mean, you
Implosion's worth it.
could,
Bloody Hunt is a little risky.
if you can get it on the 1-1.
Yeah, then you're.
yeah, that
Yeah.
helps a lot.
Although Gato can kind of stop that.
Yeah.
Like he can taunt you out of it. So Vamos, the last pick is going to be very crucial here.
Carry.
They pick up the carry and the Jawhead. So
Jawhead.
whatever worked, pick it up again.
What's the jungler?
Okay,
Last pick jungler.
what's the jungler?
Like Alpha is still open. They could just round themselves out with something like that.
I want to go
Yeah.
crazy, say Granger, but I don't know.
Don't go. Whatever you do, RRQ.
I mean, additional CC would work, but the
Drop the beat of the flash.
they're
Beat of
picking
the
up
Flash.
the beat of the flash. They're picking up the beat of the flash.
All right, so yeah, this time we're gonna see if Susujin gets to dance to the beat of the flash. We're gonna see how T-Bless works. This is gonna be very interesting tracks. Let me just say, if this happens, whatever happens in the last years of the day, I respect you. I respect
I
you.
respect you too.
So thank you very much, gentlemen, Brigida, as well as Trex. But now we have to give to our cousin, Mirko, as well as Naisu.
Well, today I learned we are
Cousins.
Cousins.
We're cousins?
We're all one big family.
I mean, to be fair, biologically, historically, maybe.
Historically, you know what? Well, going down to this again, we got a preview of the draft. Here's one last look. It's game 3. This is what we wanted, especially now that we're here in the knockouts. You know, it's down to one game. It's going to be Team Vamos here, of course, from Malaysia. The hometown villains, like they like to call them, or it's going to be the Kingdom. RRQ Hoshi. We've just seen one of the fastest, or the fastest games in game 2 that Team Vamos got a victory off of. This time around, we'll see how this all plays apart. Interesting lineups, you know. I know we had some similar reactions going through the draft as the panel. But yeah, I'm wondering if Susujin's going to have a better time in the jungle this time because we know how fast Chibi got going. Whoa.
It's a focusing mark on the Jawhead. Sword, an interesting choice to go for. He didn't go for this earlier, right? I think he went for Concussive Blast in the mid lane. Rin's almost just got a solo kill on Warlord. But everything else is quite normal, right? Tyron not opting for the Revitalize again for the Vengeance. But there you go, Susujin winning out the Red Tree battle for the Lethal Wanderer.
This is so interesting. Yeah, it was Concussive Blast previously, and that's usually what you see, but Focusing Mark, and it's funny because usually there are those iterations of the Franco where like they run the Focusing Mark too, but obviously most people now take the Concussive Blast. But if Zorn finds any of the targets early on with a Focusing Mark, it obviously will help with a burst. We already got a preview even of last time how much damage Chibi was doing, so what more if you throw in a little extra damage, you know, to go ahead and play that part. Now, pretty steady thing so far. Nothing too crazy aside from that almost first blood in the mid lane. So this will set things up really well for a first objective, the turtle take. Hooks as well from Edok, gonna play a part in this fight. Chibi's gonna jump in.
Ooh, a lot of damage. Over to Rin, Sutsujin. Walk up as well. Ejector ready though. Electrifying beats for Sutsujin under the turret. Now splash of damage from Warlord. He's gonna trade back. Diamond rotating in. Oh, that's a hook. A flick around on the Purify. Two big resources. Smooth from the top lane. Rotates into the mid lane just to get a little bit more room for Warlord to clear it out. Skylar in the bottom lane now. Inspired in the 1v1. Nets has to respect this. Nets actually wants to move forward. It becomes an even trade in the bottom lane.
I feel like this matchup between Nets and Skylar has been one of the most like action-packed, you know, laning like the 1v1s, especially early on. Like they hear, man, everybody's fighting in the mid lane. We want to fight, you know. So that's how that plays out. But this brings us now to the first turtle. RRQ is going to go ahead and set things up smooth, dropping down the ultimate.
Good moves from Sutsujin. Retreat battle. Chibi again. Real world inflation. Zorn going to be caught in it. Taking mobility field. Tyrant picks. Oh, Iron Hook. And a bloody hunt from Edok. What a hook. All the way from downtown. That was max range.
That was on point.
That's Edok.
That's Edok's Franco right there. And, you know, there's not much you can do against that. Now here, Dyron should be fine. He does have the Vengeance, again, this time around with the Gatakacha. So, interesting how that first turtle played out. Of course, it went over to Team Vamos, but they lost the fight. And so, for RRQ, they build up. There's a Corrosive Scythe now for Skylar. Going to be the first item he locks in and prioritized. Meanwhile, Net's still working on that first one because he did also pick up those level 1 boots. So this goes back to the thing where Edok just plays around the hook. If they can get it set up, then that's great. If not, then you wait for Team Vamos to try to do the same thing, because once that flicker is available from Zorn, he might try to set it up.
You want to know a fun fact, Naisu?
Fun fact.
Throughout the ages of RRQ Hoshi rosters, we always have a Franco god in the lineup.
Yeah.
Finn. Obviously Naomi. And then now we have Edok. Oh, again, I mean, was that a hook? Was that a solo kill? I have no idea. Edok still has the bloody hunt. Skylar still has the crossbow of a Tang. So it definitely seems to be a hook, right? There's no way that would just be picked off randomly. Yeah, or maybe over, I don't know.
I mean, he didn't have a flicker, but yeah, it had to be a hook. Edok locked in, man. That was, you know, when you would look at it, but that's going to give Skylar this advantage that he was already fighting for, and going to get a lot of extra gold now off that gold plating. So, interesting thing for Team Vamos is how do they kind of respond to this, because, you know, Prodigy or not with this. Oh, hold on.
The ejector to bring him back. Wow. Finally, he gets a taste of his own medicine. There we go. That's the pickoff game, and Team Vamos will be able to get a kill over. Rims dodging him for the stump. The real world manipulation will lock him down though, but he will still be able to walk away. Chibi a bit more damage with the arrow there as Rins pops in the regeneration, and now Vamos with the control over the turtle.
All right, they're going to start it up. Again, they have an advantage on this one. They want to go 2 for 2, holding it together. Zorn zoning out. They might force something out here.
RWM coming down. Retreat. No, it's Zorn this time who wins it out. So Tsujin with the chase and AOG from Tyrant to take the kill. He tanks up a bit of the shot, so Tsujin's able to escape. Smooth running him down. Tyrant with a vengeance. Chasing Zorn down. He checked already. Zorn just walks away, and Smooth gets the double. RRQ Hoshi just cannot get a turtle.
They can't get a turtle, but they will get some kills. But now Nets finally picking up the turret. Here comes Edok.
That's a bloody hunt. He's all alone for now, but he knows that Nets doesn't have. Oh, point blank Iron Hook. That's the one you don't expect to miss, but that's the one that Edok misses. Nets gets away.
It's kind of amazing how it works, right? I know all the Franco players know. The point blank ones you don't hit, the far ones you do.
Electrifying beat. Smooth is healing through all the damage. Sutsujin will have to just back away, and Vamos take back the control of the game with this momentum.
Just like that, too. Team Vamos able to go ahead and diminish the gold lead that RRQ built up in the early portion of the game. And now it's pretty much even Stevens. You know, they are going to be able to continue to test for the objective, the third turtle that does come up. RWM held on here from Warlord. Will have to go ahead and back off a little bit. Dyron tanky enough, but this is going to be a crucial part where I feel like RRQ Hoshi definitely wants to go ahead and contest for that turtle and make it work, you know, lock it in if they can. But if they decide not to, it's not the end of the world. Team Vamos can go for 3 for 3 for the turtles, and then RRQ Hoshi looks elsewhere. This is also where we start to see where that transition for Skylar, now that he's got 2 items, he's got the Golden Staff now, alongside that Corrosive Scythe. He's going to be a big part of some of these skirmishes and team fights that do break out if he can get the airtime with the Crossbow of Tang. And meanwhile, Rin's 2, where he sets up the real-world manipulation, is going to be crucial. We're 10 seconds away from that turtle. Positions already happening here, but GB will stay topside, pushed into that tier 1. There's a hook.
Iron hook over to Zone of Bloody Hunt as well. Skylar will be able to get all the tags, all the weakness points. Crossbow attack ready with the real revelation. Oh, Warlord gets stuck with AOG. Such in. Electrifying beats. Now with Skylar dishing out damage. Oh, such in the fade away. Last hit doesn't get it. Skylar with a double. GB very low. Able to run away from that, but gets slowed down. GB weave one more hit, but he gets taunted by Tyron. Rinse a few more shots of the Void Blast, but GB is able to walk away. 4 for 1 trade. GB, that's a dangerous game. This one Rins with a flicker forward to take GB down. And Sky gets the turret. Finally, Sutsujin will get a turtle.
It's one of those things where you're like, is this the right choice? No, it's not GB. Not only did he go for the wrong target or couldn't capitalize on the kill, but then gets punished for overstaying on his side of the jungle. So they lose a whole lot in that fight. Now RRQ Hoshi, you know, when I said it was even Stevens, they heard that and said, no, not anymore. 3K ahead now, plus that last turtle of the game. Holy Crystal picked up by Sutsujin, so now he's going to hurt even more in this Joy. And so advantages for RRQ Hoshi. Massive right now. Skylar sees 4 from a Team Vamos. They'll go ahead and back off here.
Wow, Skylar has actually opted to go for the Golden Staff. So that's the item power spike. Almost gets that hook in the bush. Zorn, good read to space out just a bit more. This is actually not the most common build, but it is the build that Skylar has gone for most of the time in the M6 World Championship. He always likes to go for the Golden Staff. Usually we see Windtalker or even Malefic Gun here. Oh, Zorn. Oh, okay, Force used up. Diamond just walks up and dashes away. Sutsujin? No, all right, they're chilling.
At this point, you know, I feel like Team Vamos needs to bring it down a little bit. Because of that whole last team fight, it feels like things got a little too chaotic for them. They need to kind of, chill down a little bit. Hook's not going to land there. You always got to catch your breath when that hook is going out, you know? And
nail biter.
Yeah, it is. And for Team Vamos, they're feeling it. You know, they're biting the nails right now because of just how much of the scaling is happening for RRQ Hoshi, and it's not happening for them. They definitely need to buy some more time, and I feel like this is also where it gets a little bit difficult for Zorn because we just saw it. You know, if he can go in with the Unstoppable Force and get the ejector off, that's great, but then, honestly, with this kind of lead, he gets blown up so quickly, too, that he's just kind of out of the picture. Oh, there he is. So he does show himself, but that tier 2 does go down.
Yeah, and there's no trade on the board right now. RRQ just cruising through some of these turrets up top, getting the far lane control. That's the Malefic Gun we were expecting as 3rd item, but he picks it up as 4th. So, yeah, that's a Fed 1-1 right now, man.
Yeah, it is.
Moves from Zorn, though, to actually just space away from these hooks.
He's going to have to right now. He's also going to be the one front side alongside with Smooth. We'll see if they actually contest this. Sutsujin getting in position. It's being held here by Skylar. They could force the fight. A couple flickers available. That hook won't land, but they go in.
RWM already. Sorting Warlord in the back. Tyron popping Avengers, but Nets will be able to deal with him. Zorn caught in the minutes of it all. Skylar will be able to jump in. That's a bloody hook. GB again with a retribution. But Sutsujin takes the killing tree over. Skylar's on the under the turret, needs one more. It's a double for Sutsujin. But for some, Enoch tries to go for the flicker play, doesn't get it. It was together with Rins. It was a flicker slow, but it was not enough to take anyone down.
Man, he landed them earlier in the game, but these ones he won't be on point with unless he gets one here. They do hold the Lord. They take care of it quickly. RRQ Hoshi, they lost the objective, but they'll win that fight on exchange and really just kind of negate the push that was coming through with that Lord. But Chibi, you know, against it, able to secure that at least for now, but they are going to lose the tier 2 now in mid lane, and they're back to the drawing board to try to find a way to turn the tide in this game, because right now, RRQ Hoshi pulling very far ahead, 6K up now.
Nice. So this is the part of the game where we actually get to talk about the pattern. I don't think it's a pattern anymore. You know, game 1, you could be like, all right, you know, might be lucky. That
Yeah.
we win. Game 2 happens all over again. He got stopped 10 minutes.
Yep.
Game 3, they're winning. And it's still only one turtle. That was the one that was for free. So Sutsujin hasn't gotten a single Rrq win, at least on neutral objective,
Yeah.
right? He got a Lethal Wanderer win.
Can we count that?
If we
can
do,
count
that's
that.
2.
All right.
Yeah.
We can count that because, yeah, you got to give it up. Even when Chibi is down, he's still able to actually go for that Rrq. You got to be able to respect that. And that's also why they've been prioritizing the Suyo. This is one of the heroes, you know, before it was, you know, the Lings of the Hayabusa really helped you do that. Well, now Suyo's the flavor of the, I would say, year, month, whatever it is, the patch. And that's the thing. So even if he's down, he's still able to go ahead and contest. And if he continues to do that, it might buy Team Vamos enough time in this game number 3 where they possibly turn the tide. And honestly, for Nets has been able to farm up pretty well. He's still quite a bit down in terms of against Skylar, but as long as he gets the spacing to work with and doesn't get caught out, he's only got a flicker, then they might be able to shred down some of that front line in a couple minutes. You know, like they still got to buy some time. They're not really in the fighting form yet. And even with this Lord coming up here in less than a minute, it is still a decision that they have to make. Is it worth us putting the team in danger and an opportunity for us to get crashed down on, especially that there's a Gatakacha across from you? And that's, I think, the question that Team Vamos has to ask themselves, because that could change the course, obviously, of the series, where maybe they decide to let it go and then they have to defend, or do they want to actually go and fight it out? 2 big items being picked up here for Team Vamos. Divine Glaive now for Warlord. Chibi with that Malefic Roar. Still, Inoki's going to do this all the time.
Yeah.
You know? You miss all the hooks you don't take, pretty much, at this point.
Yep, that's true, you know? So we're just going to continuously shoot it out there. This is a Rrq bait, right? But Suyo was actually not there. Skylar just picks up the purple buff. They were trying to go for the Rrq bait. No one was actually there, so I think they should be aware that the Suyo hasn't revealed himself in a while now. That's an iron hook. Over to Smooth, the Bloody Hunt as well. Oh, instant crossbow of Tang! He bought the winner, caught a bit too late. Sutsujin runs him down. A great angle to get the real-world manipulation. And Skylar gets a double. RRQ Hoshi, they take control of the game. He hasn't been landing the shots, but once he does, it looks like it might be game over.
Might be game over here. They're going to work on the base turn to the bottom side, and they post up ready to end the game.
Warlord trying to divert the minion waves into the top lane. Throw the flicker backwards. The minion waves will be dealt with, but that's just one. There's another wave in the bottom lane. RRQ looking for it. Warlord with a splash of damage. In the mid lane they go. Base turret going to be taken down. Slowly but surely. Warlord really low. Sutsujin looking for the angle. The iron hook will go and whip again. The glorious pathway from Smooth as he respawns back in the game. And RRQ Hoshi will say, we are happy with turret number 3 in the mid lane. We will go to the Lord.
They'll go to the Lord. They'll secure themselves the objective. And Team Vamos, I asked the question earlier, do they want to go and actually try to contest things out? They got a nice wave pushing up top, but it's that hook that still set things up, started the fight. And you mentioned it, Chibi was in position, but then he got spotted out too and had to respond.
For a second there, Naisu,
yeah.
I got deja vu to the CFU game.
Did you?
It was a 1-1. It was 2 members. Hey, I would be lying if I said I wasn't shaking.
You know what? I think a lot of people can't count out any Malaysian team at this point, but here we are. Lord pushing into the mid lane. We'll see if they're able to defend against this.
He gets a taunt over to Chibi. Baits up the skill 1. That's an iron hook and the crossbow tag ready. Skylar can wait out the winner crown. Eat up with a flicker out. Now crossbow tag to Smooth. Now to Warlord. Skylar's going crazy with a crossbow and tag. The immortality buy from Edok. Sutsujin buys the immortality as well. Now Nets free hitting. It's going to be Sutsujin to take the kill. That's a monster kill. Even with the shutdown, RRQ Hoshi will prevail 2-1.
And the kingdom rises, cutting down the hometown villains with a decisive strike. RRQ sends Vamos to the lower bracket, proving their dominance once more.
A phenomenal performance from both these teams. RRQ Hoshi came in swinging in game number 1. Game number 2, Vamos. It's the high highs and the low lows of Vamos. When they get rolling, when they have the momentum, you see a 10-minute game.
Yep.
But when they don't, you see game number 1 and 3.
Definitely a great performance, great series. Let's throw it over to the panel to break down the game.
GG's for both teams, but it's high highs, low lows. Chibi's either the MVP or, he just gets shut down over and over again.
To be fair, he still was able to secure the objectives a bunch of times, but that didn't make much of a difference when it came to Skylar being online and just looking for all the targets and constantly being able to stack the crossbow of Tang.
Yeah, also Kez Cutie being so strong on that red side draft with relying on the Wan, knowing that the Franco was probably going to come in later, just having, which supplies a very similar thing to what the Cho supplies for them. Same thing that the Ruby Nuke gets a shutdown, it can pull people in, and Edok, man, just showing continuously that he's got something else up his sleeves and is able to make plays for his team.
I mean, just Edok's mere presence on the map, it felt like Sorn wasn't able to do Sorn things. He felt afraid of actually going out. We saw the emotes, yeah, but like in terms of being able to get in the head of the brushes and the positions, it didn't feel the same. They were so restricted in terms of movement, and I think that's one thing. Like there was a lack of face check in terms of the Team Vamos and their previous lineup.
Vamos definitely has a lot to figure out, and they potentially have a lot of time because they're dropping to the lower bracket, so that's quite a lot of games. But before we even talk about that, before we even go and have a discussion about the game just now, after this we will be having an interview with Rose as well as RRQ, where again they did phenomenally well, and Skylar's won that game. Probably has the fastest Trinity build that I've seen in a while. Like usually we see it in 8 and 9 minutes. I feel like he just finished it around 7. But with that being said, looking at the stage, looks like everything is all well and ready. So we're throwing it over to the stage with Rose as well as 2 members of RRQ.
The Kings of the Kings have just dropped the anti-heroes to the lower bracket. And with me here from RRQ Hoshi, we have Sutsujin and Dairen. Hi guys, how are you? Are you guys tired?
Very tired.
Very tired. Dairen, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Are you tired?
No lah.
No, not tired.
Because win.
Because you guys won. You know what? I agree. If you win, you are not tired. Okay, maybe you guys can take me back to game 2. Sutsujin, what happened in game 2? Did you guys actually expect to lose against Vamos?
Actually, game 2 just a lot of misplay, I think.
A lot of misplay.
Yes.
Game 3, how did you guys discuss backstage to bounce back for game 3?
Our coach just tell us to reset. No need to think about the pause and just go on.
Just go on. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, Dairen, I have a question for you. We all know that RRQ Hoshi was the first team to qualify for knockout. So you guys actually had a long break, right? What did you guys do during your break?
Kita latihan aja sih di hotel, kayak nonton gameplay semua tim.
So you guys just studied and watched all the gameplay. You guys didn't go out and enjoy like other teams? Because I see other teams, they went out, go Bukit Bintang, go eat, go KLCC. You guys didn't do that?
Kita pergi makan.
Makan aja.
Kita makan di Alor next street food.
Oh, okay. They went to a pretty touristy spot to eat. Was it good?
Ya.
It was good. You ate a lot?
Sangat good.
Makan banyak?
Banyak kali.
Okay. Now, Sutsujin, another question of mine is, why did you guys decide to pick Ling? I feel like now in this patch, we don't really see Ling much. And if we do see it, it's a 50-50% chance of winning and losing, right?
Yeah.
So, what made you guys pick Ling?
We already training Ling so many times, so that's why we confident to play Ling.
Oh, that's why you're confident to play Ling.
Yeah.
Will we see any other like good or unorthodox pick from you in the jungle?
Yeah.
Confirm. Okay, Dairen. Later's match, TLID versus Team Spirit, will determine who you guys will meet in the upper bracket. Who do you want to meet, Dairen? Do you want to meet Team Liquid Indonesia or Team Spirit? Upper bracket.
I choose Team Liquid.
You choose Team Liquid. Why?
Ya, Tim Liquid harus apa? Tim Liquid harus win karena nggak boleh kalah kalau dari Indo.
Oh, okay. Team Liquid has to win because they cannot lose since they're from Indo. Okay, I like that. So, but what will happen if you guys meet them? Will you win or will they win? bila jumpa di upper bracket, siapa mau menang?
Ya, I confident
You're confident?
Ya.
Berapa persen confident?
95%.
95% confident that he will win up against TLID. Okay, so Tsujin, before we started the game, right, we saw a quote from you that the only person you miss in Malaysia is actually Smooth. Why do you miss Smooth?
Because Smooth was very nice to me back then at KG.
Oh, he was nice to you?
Yeah, he was very nice.
He takes care of you well.
Yeah.
So, now that you just met Smooth in the international scene, how was it like?
I'm very proud of him.
You're very proud of him. Do you have anything to say to him? Because now he's in the lower bracket. He only has one life left. Any words of motivation for your old friend?
I think just good luck on lower.
Good luck and just, keep going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one last thing. Sutsujin, the reason why you're playing extra well today, I heard is because you have a special buff. Guys, Sutsujin's mother flew in from Indonesia. So Sutsujin, what do you want to say to your mom?
For my dad and mom, thank you for coming here, supporting me. Don't forget to come again tomorrow.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm sure your mom and dad is very, very proud of you, Sutsujin. Thank you very much to Sutsujin and Dairen. Congratulations as well. And with that, let us throw it back to the panel to talk about what happened in this amazing best of 3 series.
A lot to dive in for sure, but maybe we should talk more about Sutsujin. Just for a little bit. He was so good.
Jin was
So
amazing.
good.
I mean,
One of the best junglers I've ever seen.
yeah.
That Joy performance.
Dude, that was insane.
And I think the best part was in game 2, he had a rougher performance.
Yeah.
And then was able to brush himself off and come back game 3 and just played phenomenally. From even securing a few more objectives,
Yeah.
to getting those kills, to always being in the back line, to being an aggressive but also supportive jungler.
I mean, like, Suya was deleted. Like, he just came in and dropped the beat of Flash.
Drop the beat of Flash.
It seemed like he wasn't even afraid to go up against Sword or like get past Sword even in that entire game of the Joy. Also accompanied by, of course, that Franco 1-1 duo that I feel...
I hit Franco, man.
I don't know, I was thinking like, even if Team Vamos didn't want or try to focus on the gold lane, it felt like Aidok was always there too.
I mean, like, again, they're playing gold lane weak side, so they're not gonna be traveling towards the gold lane